proud. And I felt like every single player, we played 10 players over 10 minutes, so 10 players played double-figure minutes tonight. I felt like every single person contributed why they were in. 34 points off the bench was really big. And the starters were challenged at halftime, and I thought they played a lot better out of the gate in the third quarter to give us that momentum. You have to try to stop Dallas in the paint. In their wins, they average over 50 points in the paint. In their losses, they're in the 30s. And tonight, we held them to 34 points in the paint, and ourselves got over 50. So big credit to our players to staying in attack mode, our post players to keep battling against a very strong physical team. 2 double-doubles by our starting post game. First double-double in Cam's career against a big physical team, and fighting some foul trouble. And then Dearica continues to really lead us and stayed in attack mode. So many positives tonight for them to build on, really important as we continue these last couple games in the Commissioner Cup. But more than anything, that unit, that group in that locker room answered the bell and had a lot of pride to step back up and represent this just iconic franchise.
Hey, Coach, Lexie, she was able to get back to her natural spot for another game. What was your thoughts on her performance, knocking down some big shots?
Yeah, best game of the year for Lexie. I'm happy for her because, she looked so back and ready in training camp, but, dealing, to getting back to herself. Just really happy to see the ball go in. She's such a talented shooter. Little pressure taken off in the starting lineup. She battled with Dearica when she was in defensively, but just found an offensive rhythm, and she was hunting her threes tonight. So season high for her in threes. She passed the 900 career point total mark tonight. So just really happy for her. She needed to see the ball go in, and it went in tonight.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the win. Judo Con, Santa Barbara Media. I want to talk about the bench. They had 34 points as a unit. Talk about a little bit about how that was important for this win today.
Yeah, again, I thought our starters struggled in the first half, and certainly out of the gate, Maddie Sechrist put us on our heels. So we were trying to find an answer throughout the game for her. So the bench was huge. Not only did they score, but they gave us energy. Ari kept the tempo up. Lexie found rhythm and scored. Ray, comes in always and brings value. And Steph Talbot, who we didn't give a run to in the first half, we talked about to her and to the team that Steph was going to get an early look in the second half to maybe disrupt some of their offensive flow, especially with Maddie Sechrist, and she did a tremendous job. And while she didn't score, she really impacted the game. So, and then Lee LaRue was big in the first half. Didn't get her number called in the second half, but she was big in that first half for us in getting some points. So, just really proud of the bench. Didn't play Zaya very many minutes because Lexie got going, but even Zaya in her 2 minutes came in focused and ready to go.
Coach, Dearica Hamby, you mentioned already, 22 points, 12 rebounds, also led the team in minutes played and tied with 2 steals along with a few other players on the team. How has she been able to impact winning even in a season where there hasn't been as many wins as you'd like? And what was the biggest thing she does on and off the court in terms of leadership to help guide this young team?
Yeah, her experience being around good teams. Obviously, is a WNBA champion and decorated player with those 6 player awards. She brings instant credibility, but she leads not only by example, she plays hard, she shows up. Again, last year, the only player that played 40 games. She is got a sore back, she is playing and logging a lot of minutes, and we're asking her to continue to do what she does best and use her motor. And I can't be more proud, but she's leading vocally. It's not always easy to lead vocally from the post position. And she's really trying to lead and encourage. She's really an encourager to Cam and a nurturer to try to bring Cam through. This rookie class, we're tired of talking about it, but rookies are going to have an adjustment. and to watch her try to mentor Cam and talk her through things, and Rakia, is just really, really impressive. And you get that naturally more from point guards, so to see it come from the post is, she can't do anything more, than she's doing. Like, she's just been incredibly impressive. And, as we creep closer to the Olympic break, like Dearica Hamby has to be an all-star.
Hi, Coach. Cameron Derby from The Next. You talked a little bit a few games ago about how Rakia is the sixth starter, and now she's moved into the starting lineup. She played a few minutes in the first half, but really got going in the second. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about what her offensive presence means, her ability to play multiple positions, and kind of like how she was able to turn it on in the second.
Yeah, again, not easy, right? Like, Maddie Sechrist gets out of the gate well. It was a big key for this game, so we quickly, give Maddie a different look. That's not easy for anyone, a pro, to be pulled early, and she responded and challenged at halftime that we were going to go back to her. We were going to give her back that matchup. We played her some more at the 4. Also in the second half, and then she got some favorable offensive matchups and was able to get to the rim and do some things. We played a little bit of chess tonight with her, but more than anything, proud that the attitude didn't waver. Some people would go to the bench and be like, I got yanked. I had a pretty, short leash tonight with her because of Maddie's start. So just, really proud of her. Again, she's moved into the starting lineup because of some of our concussion protocol and then Lexie stuff. So, just her future so bright, and I'm excited to work with her. But her learning is in games, and it was great to see her respond tonight.
Last two questions, Eric, and then Fredo.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Eric Lampkins, the second Culver City Observer. We're officially a quarter of the way through with the season. What's your assessment of the team, and what breeds optimism that you guys are heading in the right direction?
I love the culture that we're trying to create and build. I love that that we're establishing playing hard, and that's not anything that we have to coach. And so I'm really excited about what's building behind the scenes. The wins and the losses will take care of themselves. You look at my track record. One building year in Connecticut, we started in college. It was 1 year at Indiana, and we, tied a school record for wins in Bowling Green. It took 2 years, and then by year 3, we had 9 really, really special years. So I know that it's going to take time, and it doesn't always show up in wins. And I look at this as our first year with a new kind of build on what we're doing. So I love that we're going to have some inconsistency here in May and early June, but we're growing, and we're learning each other. They're learning me, and I see something that could really build down the road. And we want it quicker. It's pro sports. I'm not naive. I'm the 17th coach in 27 years. Do the math. I haven't given people a long time, so we'll get this going.
Hey, Coach, Fredo here with the Sporting Tribune. Overall defensively, you guys did played terrific. You guys were able to hold the Dallas Wings 2-17 from the 3-point line, and as well 9 points in the fourth quarter. What were you guys able to do well, late in the game to, get your third win of the season here?
Yeah, I thought we stayed in place. They can pound you, and there's some stretches, and it's like, oh gosh, Kalani Brown is sealing us inside, and it's hard to stop their high-low game. But we were really we contested well at the arc. This is the second game now. Arike's going to get her points. She's just an elite special player. But she scored 20 on 30 shots the other night. Now this night she's got 22 on 28 shots. So she scored over 20 points both games against us, but she's had to take 58 shots to do it. So, we're making her work for everything, and hats off to our individual defenders on how hard they're working on Arike.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Questions for Dearica here. This is your second season here under, Curt Miller, and it seems like you're so much more communicative. I saw you a few times, kind of directing Brink to rotate here, rotate there, kind of taking the charge. What's been the biggest difference in your growth and development with Miller and the Sparks in your second season here?
Just my confidence. I think his confidence in me. Last year was kind of a year for everybody trying to figure out what it would look like. Just knew kind of everything, and we're doing that again. But I don't know. I think just my confidence and my ability to trust him and him to trust me.
For Dearica and Lexie, just wondering, what are some things that you can kind of pinpoint during the second half that allowed you to pull off that comeback and win this game, essentially going away?
Our aggressiveness and tenacity on defense, it wasn't perfect, but we were competing. And that's something that we emphasized yesterday. We had a team meeting, and we were like, we got to dig deep and compete on defense. So to see it on the floor tonight means a lot.
This question's for Lexie, Judo Kind of Sannenberg Media. I'm just curious, how was it able to knock off the rust from your past few games and, finally get that three-point shot working, and with the home crowd, hearing it, how did it just feel to be able to, see the shots fall down tonight?
Yeah, I think for me it was just getting them up. I haven't really been able to get them up that much in the last few games. I was allowing the defense to dictate my offense, the other team's defense, not my defense. And, I just got more aggressive hunting for my shot, and my teammates set me up great tonight. Dearica set some amazing screens for me. And yeah, we emphasized that in practice yesterday, just being more intentional of what we're doing on offense.
And just once again for you, Lexie, just how comfortable are you now that the fact that you're back, where you can play off the ball more of a shooting guard position, to where now you can get those shots up to where the last few games you have to play point guard and try to create for others?
Yeah, and I still create for others from the two, and I just think it's easier to have me on the move. I can draw two and kick and, pocket pass to D and Cam and all of our other bigs. Lee was huge for us in the first half with her post-ups, and even Rakia in the post-ups and transition. So when I'm on the move, I'm at my best, I'm aggressive, and I think I make my best decisions when I'm aggressive.
Mark.
Hey, this is Mark Reynolds from Lakers Nation. This is for both of you. Obviously, both of you are veterans at this point in the league. When you see Rakia Jackson only playing 2 minutes in the first half, and then obviously in the second half playing a lot more, are there certain things that you tell her during those moments? Because obviously you can get frustrated, you get a short lease in the first half, maybe at halftime you're a little down. Are there certain things that you guys say in those moments?
Personally, yeah. She's very talented, and we are demanding a lot of her, and I think she knows that, and you can see we run plays for her, and we want her to be involved. And it's just a little bit of a lack of focus the first half, and at halftime I told her she's got to flip the switch, and she has to forget the first half. So for her to come out the second half and play the way she did, that's a big growth moment, and I'm proud of her, and I'm going to go tell her that when I see her.
This question is for Dearica. Dearica, you're like the Energizer button. You just keep going and going, even with the demands of being a mother. How has motherhood helped your endurance?
I just feel like I don't take basketball for granted. I don't take life for granted. You just never know, and I feel like I try to do what I can to the best of my ability. Because at the end of the day, basketball can be taken from your life, like can be taken from you at any point in time. So I just think my heart just kind of translates to the floor.
We're going to go to Zoom to Brad Lake.
Yes, hi ladies, how are you? In the fourth quarter, Dallas is always going to play a really, really tough game. What did your defense do to make sure in the fourth that you guys came out on top tonight?
I think we limited Maddie. I think our defensive scheme on Dearica was really good. She took 28 shots, and we know that she's a high volume shooter, but I think we guarded Lexie, and they did a really good job of guarding her. And I think also we limited their second chance points on offensive rebounds. They hurt teams with that, and when we kind of had a bigger lineup, I think it helped us.
Any other questions? Amanda?
Talk to me about just the assists, especially off the bench, and how quintessential that was, just getting that extra pass.
I feel like I have a point guard. Yeah, I know. I have a point guard mind. That's how I was raised. That's how I grew up. I've developed into a scorer over time, but this team makes it so easy for me to make plays for them. So shout out to us for sharing the ball today, because that's something that we also emphasized in our team meeting yesterday.
Hey, Dearica, here, Fredo with the Sporting Tribune. You know, what can you take from this win right now as you guys look forward to having the Aces coming in here on Sunday?
Just the growth, you know, we talked about those games, the last 7 games that were really close. You know, we were losing by 1, losing by 3, and games that we could have won, and we kind of folded in the second half of the fourth quarter. So just the steadiness and composure that we had at the end of the game is a growth moment for us. And carried over, you know, we played Vegas really tough, and personal game for me, but I think we can come out with a win.
Last question.
You guys looked more proactive than reactive on defense, you know, swatting the ball away, and that's something that Coach Miller has talked about watching film. How has film helped both of you as players develop that defensive game?
I mean, I'm a big film person. I watch basketball all the time. I watch our games over the same night we play them, watch my clips, but I also watch, you know, the game as a whole, and I think seeing everybody else, you know, it helps us be able to, you know, pinpoint things that we can be better at as a team. And again, in our team meeting the other day, there was a lot of things that we pointed out that we all can do better on defense, and I think everyone took that to heart and came out really aggressive on the defensive end.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys.